Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Fee here and I'm back with the review of these plates, BP-028 and BPL-027, and the stamper here. This stamper did require a lot of priming. I did the acid swipe over with the acetone. I buffed it with the magic eraser, so I just wiped over with the magic eraser. I buffed it with a buffing block. I buffed it with a nail file after that because it still wouldn't work. I buffed it several more times with the nail file and it finally worked. I did contact AliExpress Warm Pretty store to tell them I was having so much trouble with this particular stamper. This is the stamper that I've never had to prime a stamper so much to get it to work. So anyway guys, I'm back with the review. These images here don't pick up. The large images don't pick up at all with this Warm Pretty store stamper. This is the 4th time I've did this video just because I've had so much problems. These images here, you have to scrape it in a specific way for it to pick up, and my scraping just wasn't on par today. So that's just from the video I just finished, and then yeah, someone rang and then people come over, and so yeah, I have been flat out with Father's Day, and I took my husband away for the weekend, and then I came back and cooked a hangi for my dad, and I haven't had time to record this video until today. And I'm still waiting for my technician to turn up to do my internet because we've got really bad internet at the moment. So hopefully this will be uploaded today. So I've got my showy stamp, I've got my Warm Pretty, and I've got my handy dandy favourite eBay. And I'm going to give all of them a go. So I will show you the Warm Pretty store picking up this one. I'm only going to do a few images of each plate because of the ability of this Warm Pretty. This stamper is a good stamper though, but see, now it wants to pick up. This is my 5th video and now it wants to pick up. How? I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. So that's it there on the stamper. On the, what do you call that? On my lint roller. So this stamper actually hasn't picked up any of these larger images until now. God, I don't know what's going on. Let's give this one a go then, since it picked up that one so good. Let's give this one a go. Oh my god, I can't believe it picked that one up as well. Doesn't want to stamp off though, but I will show you what it looked like when I stamped it off. Looks really half pie and ugly. But I will show you these smaller images on that stamper because it picks it up perfectly. And then I'll show you a few of the large ones with the eBay or showy stamp. Let's get this scraped. Picked up. This is that Warm Pretty stamper. Stamped off perfectly. That's it there. Sorry about the darkness of these swatches, guys. I told my son to go in and grab a whole heap of colours and he comes back with all the dark colours. So that's okay though, they still do the trick. I'm going to do the chevron pattern with the netting behind it. Picks it up perfect. Didn't stamp it off too perfectly for some reason. It's still got some on the stamper, but it could be just the paint swatches that it doesn't like. I'm going to show you these bigger, larger images on the other stamper because it seems to pick them up more crisp. The image is crisp, really crisp on the stamper. So I'm going to do that now. And this is my showy stamp. Squish it down. See how crisp that image is, and it stamps off just as crisp. And I'll do another one of the big ones. hoping that that eBay stamp is going to miraculously pick up these bigger images on the other plate. See how it picks it up so crisp? That's my showy stamper and translucent. Let's go to this other plate. Now, I'm going to start from this end specifically because this end is so hard to scrape. So, I'm just going to start on the easier end. Look how that image looks. That looks like a harakeke, which is a flax woven mat. That's why I like that image. The next image over is a star, which would be good for LED lighting. And I'll show you that one on my showy stamp. I didn't really scrape that very well, but it's still picked up awesomely. Didn't stamp very awesome, but however, still picked it up. So that's how it stamped it off. That's that harakeke looking flax woven mat looking kind of thing. Let's give that one another go, just because. Using my Bow Beauty as well. I've got some Conad. I hate using Conad. That's that one again. Let's hopefully this one will stamp off. And it's stamped off perfectly. That's it there. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that's it there. So next we're going to do my worst images out. And the reason being is because the lines go in all different directions, it's hard to scrape. But I'll give it a couple of goes, and if it doesn't pick up, it doesn't pick up. You can actually see when you scrape it, the bald patches in it. Oh my god, that's the best image I've had. And of course it didn't stamp down properly. Let's do that one again, eh? So yeah, picked up. It doesn't. I don't know why I can't get that one to stamp off the stamper properly. It's been doing that. Let's give that same image a go, but in the eBay cheapy, my handy dandy stamper. Just give my cheapy a go. Now you can actually see the totally ballsed up that one, didn't I? You can actually see the bald patches in the image when you scrape it. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Where is my eBay cheapie? Here it is. Look how cool that picks it up. See, it also did exactly the same. Maybe it's just taking, I'm just taking that a little bit too long, or it's not as deeply etched, but it does pick up. I will show you these little images. Actually, I will show you one of these big images on this stamper. Let's give the star a go because I showed you how well it picked up. With the eBay, the Born Pretty. So now it's picking it up. I haven't been able to get the Born Pretty store stamper to pick up those images since I brought it. So I don't know what is up. Let's get this a good clean off. I love this image up here on the top. It's like a tribal kind of image. So I will show you that one. And that just gave me some ball patches. Pretty, eh? Really stunning. That's it there. Didn't stamp off very clearly. See, it's still got some of the image on it. I don't know if what's up today. The last 4 videos I couldn't get the stamper to pick up any of the big images. On the 5th video it decides it wants to pick up the images. God knows. Let's try some of these smaller images. And this is just a Chi Silver in the Mirror collection. I'll just pick that up and stamp it straight off on the paper. Came out perfect. I want to show you these images down this end. That's it there. Stamps off perfect. That's the image there. Stamping is a really messy process. That's it there. Stamp it straight off. So this Born Pretty store stamper is good. It's going to be one of those creative shop work when I feel like kind of stampers, which will probably end up in the sin bin with the creative shop stamper. I hate stampers that only work when they feel like it. I haven't got time for that. But in saying that, it's still, you know, I can make decals with this one. And it was only like $3.99 compared to what I paid for the creative shop. So guys, if you want to get one of these, I'll leave the links in the description bar. Sorry I haven't put the links up in my last video. I also purchased last night the GPS stamper. I got 2 stamping sets. I think that's a head, a cup and a scraper for $5. I got 1 plate, which was stamping plate 1. It was really expensive. Once I converted it to Australian dollars, it's nearly costing me $50 for 2 stamping sets and a plate. But I mean, it's no fault of the GPS stamping people. It's just the Australian dollar is really low at the moment. It's, I think, $1.48 to $1 American. But yeah, I still had it. I've been eyeing these stampers up since I first seen them, and he had a great big sale on. So I had to buy it. I've been holding out. I've also joined a co-op to buy cheap plates in a group buy, and my two nail tech friends are going to be coming in on the group buys with me to cut down on postage, and that way we get the plates for cheap and the postage gets done either 2 ways or 3 ways. So anyway guys, I'm going to put the links in now for these 2 plates and the stamper. I'm also going to put a link in for the co-op, and I hope you guys like this. I'm also going to put a link into Lorraine. She did a review of these. I watched it yesterday when I finished all my Father's Day stuff. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this half-piely failed attempt at reviewing these stampers, and I will quickly show you the swatches again. So I got them to pick up, but then I couldn't get them to stamp off properly for some reason, and then this is just in the first video when everything worked fine, but I couldn't get the Born Pretty store stamper to pick up anything. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hello to all my new subbies, and thank you to my old subbies for sticking by me. Oh, that's right, someone asked me how big these images were, and they are 1.6 3.8 centimeters wide. The big swirly one on the top plate, so the big images on the top plate, are also 3.7, 3.8. So I hope that helped you guys out, and I will be back with more. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye, ladies!